If you ask me, there ain't a man alive that's good enough for my daughter.
Well, I'm so happy to be joined today on Primetime Local News by Mr. Suits and Boots himself, Logan Crosby. Logan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
Well, Logan, you have a lot of things on the go, and I want to start out with the reality show first, Claim to Fame. Huge success, and you made it into the top 3. Tell me, how did you get hooked up with that show?
Yeah, so they reached out to my cousin first, and she wasn't able to do it. She, is Jason's half sister. She's got kids and a job and whatnot, and she said I can't do it, but we have a baby cousin that's about to graduate college that may want to do it. So they called me, and so kind of from there it was just getting interviewed, the casting process and whatnot, and then ended up getting on the show. But it was funny because they really didn't have me as the number one from my family to do it, but I ended up going on and getting second place.
And for those who haven't had a chance to see it yet, your claim to fame, and the show was about putting relatives of celebrities on. Your cousin is Jason Aldean, who is
Yeah.
obviously a famous country singer, and country music clearly in your blood, Logan, because now you've gone on and you have, well, let's talk about the debut single that was out first, If Jesus Was a Cowboy. Tell me about the writing process with that and the inspiration for that song.
Yeah, so that was actually a song that I wrote on Christmas break last year. I'd come home from school and my dad and I were watching 1883, which is obviously one of the spinoffs from Yellowstone. And we watched an episode. I said, "Look, I have an idea for a title." I went in, wrote the title down, and then it became a line, and then it became a verse, and then the chorus. And I wrote the song in like 25 minutes. It was a super quick write, but yeah, that's kind of how that one happened. Inspired by the whole Western 1883 Yellowstone series, which it was super cool.
Well, that was a fantastic series, and truly what country music roots, I guess, are all about. Let's talk about the single coming out this Friday now, Logan. You're not wasting any time. Single number 2. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so it's called If You Ask Me, and it was a song that I wrote with a buddy of mine named Nate Kenyon. And he came in and we were, kind of writing, and he said, "Look, let's write a wedding song, but let's do something different." And so we ended up writing the song, and it's from the perspective of both the father of the bride and of the groom. And so it was kind of a cool thing. It wasn't your typical wedding song, but we ended up writing something that I think a lot of people are going to first and foremost enjoy, but also connect with, which I think that's the whole point of making music is, people are able to connect with it. And so I think that people are going to really like the song whenever they hear it. So hopefully it'll be at a lot of weddings, father-daughter dances, and we'll have to see, but that's the goal.
Any thought of a collaboration with your cousin, Jason Aldean, at this point, or are you still going to stick doing solo stuff for now?
It's something that we've always, joked about and talked about. And I think that kind of as, I progress in my career and he progresses in his, because he still is, maybe it's something down the road that we do, but it's something we've always joked about and talked about, a whole family collaboration, because there's lots of people in our family that, play instruments or sing or whatnot. So it would be something really cool, but we'll have to see.
Now you are in Nashville now, Logan. So are you totally focused on the country music scene, or are you going to, in fact, try to do more television shows as well? Is there any possibility of that?
Right now it's music. Everything is music, 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 writing every day, trying to figure out, still developing, our sound and where we want everything to go and whatnot. So that's what we're doing right now. Now, later on, maybe something TV, but, in the immediate future, it's all going to be music.
You've also become very popular on TikTok, Logan, and a lot of the social media for some of the stories that you're doing. Are you finding that social media has been a huge help for you to get your word out as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, social media is the whole reason that I, even got started. I wasn't going to, do music or TV or whatever. I was going to go, to school and try to go to law school. And then I made a TikTok that blew up and got a couple million views. And then, I started singing on there a lot and people started liking it. And so I tell stories on there sometimes. I do everything on TikTok, but it really is kind of, shaped who I am as, a person when it comes to the entertainment stuff. Just because I think that was another thing when Cassie and Jason told the people from Claim to Fame about me, they were able to go look at my TikTok and see that I had decent numbers and I was kind of entertaining. And so it's helped me a lot. But yeah, I mean, social media has really helped shape me and me find my fan base.
What was it like, Logan, being on the reality show? Is it a lot of work? Obviously, we see the edited version, so it looks like it's all very smooth, but is it actually quite taxing to have those cameras there all the time and try and be on all the time?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, the cameras are always rolling. And I think that that kind of stuff isn't as taxing as it's a lot of get ready and wait. And it's, you get up, you have a call, you have to do it like it's time to go, you get dressed, and then you sit for 4 hours, and then you're like, well, what the heck's going on? And honestly, your mind's working at that point, and you start to kind of mess with yourself, and it's just like, what are we doing? What's behind this door? What's behind this curtain? And it's really nothing. But yeah, it's a lot of get ready and wait. But the cameras were always rolling. For me, that never bothered me. I don't know necessarily about the other cast, but I was never bothered by, the cameras always rolling.
Well, Logan, if people are looking to find you on social media, what is the best way to do that?
I'm real Logan Crosby on all my social medias. And then obviously anywhere that you listen to music, it's Logan Crosby.
All right, and your new single out on Friday. I assume Spotify, all of the regular streaming services as well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Logan, for joining me. I really appreciate it. And good luck. We're so excited to see what you do over the next little while here. And hopefully we get to see a Logan Crosby concert in Canada at some time soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.